want to talk to you about how I went from 0 clients to fully booked. You either have no clients or you have 1+ clients. And you're trying to figure out how to add clients to your portfolio so you can have a thriving virtual bookkeeping business. To add into this, you probably are still working a 9-to-5 and you're trying to figure out how you're going to make room for this. How is this all going to work? So I want to talk to you about adding at least a new client, even if you have a couple of clients. We're always looking for one more. So this can speak to you if you have 0 or a couple of clients. The first thing I want you to think about is that we need to know in our heart that the service we offer is good and valuable. And offering bookkeeping services for businesses is valuable. Number 2 is tell people what you do. We have to tell people what we do for a living or what our dream is to do. Even if you don't have a client yet, that doesn't mean you can't talk about what you're doing, because you found me, you're learning, you are researching things in Google, you're looking at QuickBooks, you're trying to figure all these things out. So you're building a business. You're in the growing part of building a business. Or if you have a client, you're trying to figure out how to add several more. Make sure that you tell people about what you do. And the other part of this is you need to have somewhere to point them. So you can tell people about what you do, but if you don't tell them, hey, go check my Facebook page out, or go check my website out, they're probably not going to follow up. People need to kind of be told what to do next. So when you're trying to get new clients for your bookkeeping business, direct them. The easiest thing to do is to make a business Facebook page. The next one is to build a simple website. There's so many tools out there now. You could do that in a weekend. Build a simple website to send people to. Keep it simple. Don't get overwhelmed. Just get a clean, simple Facebook page or website where you can direct potential clients to when you're talking and telling everyone about what you do, okay? So I'm going to give you 2 exercises that you can do to gain a client. The first one is, what you need to do is you have to schedule this in, because this is not something that Vicki would naturally bend to do in my work day. This is not something I'm going to say, oh yeah, I need to do that. I need to schedule in time to work on my business. And getting a new client is working on my business, not in my business. So I'm going to schedule in me 30 minutes and I'm going to brainstorm and I'm going to think about 10 people that I know. And I may go to my Facebook page and I may look through my friends list. I may go into some of my groups that I'm in now, some connections I've made with different women, and maybe write a couple of them down who have online businesses. I'm going to list 10 people. And out of those 10 people, at least one should have a business. At least one. We all have a hairdresser, most of us. We all have a mechanic. We all have a plumber and a heat and air guy. We all know people who have businesses, small businesses, that are probably doing their books on their own or have their wife doing them on their own. So think of 10 people. Find that one person that you can reach out to and talk to them about possibly doing their books for them. And of course, if it's your first client, you're going to compromise. You may not be getting the rate that you want with this first initial experience, but that's okay. You're growing. These are stepping stones. So negotiate on the price and the time length. Give a 60 to 90 day window for both of you, win-win situation, to be on trial to make sure your services are meeting their needs. And the goal is, if you can get that first client to experience this with, then you can get a good review from that client, and that's going to be very valuable. Now, gaining, and you can use this task of listing 10 people to gain an extra client. If you have 5 and you want one more before the end of the holidays, do this task. Think about who is in your circle that you can contact to ask them about doing their books for them. The second piece of this is, we do learn in doing. You know, we're not going to know all the things. We're not. But that's why you're already doing your due diligence by finding me and people who have a business, bookkeeping business, who has been doing it for quite a while, and you're learning from me. You're learning, you're researching, you're finding your answers, and that's good. You learn in doing. So don't think you have to know all the things to start your bookkeeping business or to grow your bookkeeping business from 5 to 10 clients, okay, or 10 to 20. whatever your goal is. The second task that I want you to do is once you get that first client and you can get a review. For those of you who already have clients, you need to do this. We need to get reviews from our clients who are happy. And when I say a review, it needs to be results oriented. So what does that look like? What would a result oriented review from a bookkeeping client look like that would benefit our business and be able to help us grow? Because you're going to use that review on your Facebook page, on your website. When you're talking to clients, you're going to refer them, hey, go look at my Facebook page. I have one or two reviews on there. Go check it out. And I'm always honest with my clients. When I started building, I was honest, like, oh, I only have one client. I've never done this portion before that you're asking me to do for the bookkeeping, but I will figure it out. I will learn it. And honesty is wonderful. People love honesty. So always be honest with your potential clients. So grab that result-oriented review. And what that looks like is it needs to be something that would speak to another business owner. For instance, the business owner could review, add it all up, and say, I no longer stay up late at night after I've already opened my business for the day and ran the business all day long dealing with employees. I'm no longer having late midnight nights working on paperwork because Vicki handles it. Add it all up, has it now. Another results-oriented review could look like, I no longer have to hand over a shoebox of receipts to my tax professional. Add it all up, has me covered. Those are phrases and words that will speak to another business owner, because in order for them to invest in a bookkeeper, they need to know why they're going to invest in it and what the benefit's going to be to them. And those are two big ones. No longer dealing with the shoebox that they have to handle. They don't have to stay up late at night after they've already ran their business during the day doing the bookkeeping duties. Very valuable. So try to get some result-oriented reviews to place somewhere and point people to this so that they can see your reviews for your business. These are two tasks that I think are so valuable. Number one, make the list. Number two, get a review. And use that to build your authority in the industry and your credibility. Now, the other piece of this is, how do you make room for this when you have a 9-to-5? I believe, and I have seen in my life, that I do so much better when I don't have a whole lot of available time for something extra in my head of what I think, because adding just 1 hour or 2 hours during the week in the afternoon after your 9-to-5 when you work on someone else's books, that will cover the job. That will get it done. So don't think that you can't do a bookkeeping client's books while you're still working 9-to-5. Honor your current employer, but you can make room to grow your business. You could use an early Saturday morning for 2 to 3 hours every week to designate to that client and get the books done that one time during the week. Be creative. You could get up 30 extra minutes in the mornings, 5 days a week. There you go. There's your hours you need to devote to that set of books to get the work done while you're still working a 9-to-5 with the intentions that you'll grow your business enough to where you can walk away from that 9-to-5. There are ways to do it. Be intentional. Continue to invest in learning. And I know that you're going to be successful. This is how I built my business, and I know it works. And this is two tasks that I think that if you implement today, that you will see the ball rolling and you will get to have new clients and maybe your first client. So I hope that you have a wonderful day.